I've worked for Imagine for 21 years now. It's been a long time. Imagine is a community center board. It started in 1963. It's a private, not-for-profit.
I started working for Innovations in 1995, and I started working as a residential part-time counselor while I was finishing college. And I worked at our 19th Street group home. And from there I became a coordinator, which is sort of our mid-level manager, and I was overseeing 4 of our then 3-person homes.
Sort of mirroring the sort of development of these community center boards of Imagine was this trend towards moving people out of institutions. The only option for families prior to Imagine and Imagine-like services were to move people into institutions. And they hit their peak basically in 1969. And since that time, there's been a trend not only in Colorado but throughout the country to move people out of institutions and back into their own homes and communities. So these residential homes that initially started with Kelwood eventually started to multiply as people were moving out of institutions. So we had more group homes that were established in the 80s. We had the 19th Street home, which has gone through several different iterations of services. We had the home on Iris House, and we had a home on Manhattan, which we still have. So we were starting to build more and construct more specific services and residents to meet those needs out of the community.
Over time we've developed other models. Our Foothills home is located in North Boulder, and that was developed to meet as people came out of the institution. One of the other things that we learned is that they were living longer. You know, the overall lifespan of individuals with disabilities used to be significantly shorter than it is now. And as people were living longer, they had unique needs that were age-related, but were different than typical aging population. So we had a lot more dementia, a lot of issues, and what we were finding is that individuals with disabilities, as they aged, were prematurely then again having to leave the community to go to nursing homes because the services didn't exist and how to support them. A lot of our 3-bed homes that we had were specific to meet individuals that had challenging behaviors, and so we worked and used those homes almost as transitional housing so that we could really focus in on the problematic behaviors and really work to teach the individual more adaptive and more appropriate ways to meet their needs, and then they were able to leave those settings and move into different settings.
Host home model basically came to Colorado in the 1990s, and it's still one of the few states in the country that has that model, and it's a very popular model in Colorado because it allows a person with a disability to be matched with a family that has similar sort of interests and supports, and allows that person with a disability to immediately be integrated into a social fabric of a family or a caregiver or a companion. So if you get the right match, it really works well for both. And in 2002, we actually ran a contest to name the residential part of Imagine, and the name that was selected was Innovations. But it really described the type of services we were providing at that time. We were reaching out and developing a lot of unique services that you'll hear about later that were really designed to meet the the needs of the individual. So it was really, since 2002, for the last 10 years, it's been innovations.
So one of the technologies that we utilize not only in the smart homes but in other settings as well is in personal communication devices, and specifically Dynaboxes. And one of the things that Dynaboxes allow is it allows an individual to be able to, either through an infrared scan or through a button that they can press, that can help them to cycle through different pages of communication, and so that they can then have control over their environment. So they can be able to go through and scroll and make choices, and then the device can verbalize what those choices are, and it as well can be used as an environmental control, so that we can put some switches in that will help them to control their environment, to either turn on their radio or turn on their television, or be able to scroll through a list of songs that they might want to play, or movies that they want to watch, or television shows that they might want to watch, as well as have web access that can then provide a mechanism for them to go in and have the web be more accessible for those individuals.
I'd like to say goodbye, nice knowing you, and I love you at the bottom of my heart.